What up? What up? Movies, music, sports, and life. This is your boy Jay Spru, and I'm gonna wish a happy Mother's Day out there to anybody that's watching who is a mom, and even if you are a friend of mine, male or female, even if you don't have kids, I wish a happy Mother's Day to your mother. My mom is a great person, raised me, single mom, got her college degree, got her master's. I didn't get my master's, but I think from a dude from the inner city of Northside Milwaukee, I came out pretty good considering what the options could have been. And she's responsible for a lot of who I am as a person. And I just had to make sure not to be such a mama's boy that I didn't become weak as a person. But I say mama's boy because I love my boy Alfred. And I don't want to make anybody out here cry. But Brian Tyree Henry lost his mother in real life. So sometimes this is the second episode. Um, Not only is this episode like the Woods part two, obviously this is a part two to my review. Just because there was a few things that I realized that I didn't notice. I'm almost done with the school year, man. The last day of school is June 9th, so I think sometimes I don't sit down at the house and give you the proper reviews because I'm so tired. So I just put on my headphones and do them when I can, but I rarely get the true feedback and response when I do them like that, as opposed to when I chill at the house and do them. So I felt since I was eating breakfast at Denny's when I did the last one, I decided since there was three key things that I didn't speak on, let me speak on these three things. But with it being Mother's Day today and Al, I'm gonna save that part for last. But let's start out with Van. Now you might say, Jay Spru, how are we gonna start out with Van if Van wasn't in the damn episode? And you would have a legitimate complaint as to bring that up to me. The reason that I am bringing that up is because I have been peeved and irritated all season by the lack of Van. Outside of the first episode where she got traumatized by the black man getting the mercy kill or whatever that was in hospice, and her pushing people in the pool and stealing stuff, her role has degenerated and she has become less involved in this show ever since then, to the point that now it's almost like she's not even a cast member. And when you factor that in with the lazy thing that they doing of every other episode they shoot it in Atlanta and they just don't mention that they're in Atlanta, and then the other 5 episodes are in Europe, I just felt that they should have been strong enough or honest enough just to tell us, hey, you only getting a mini season this year. Like for season 3, you're getting 5 episodes. They could have just told us, and I even would have been cool with 6 because the first episode was good enough and had a powerful enough message that you didn't mind that the cast wasn't in it. But then that novelty wore off with us real quick when we realized they're gonna do this every other week. Rest in peace to Kevin Samuels. I did not like you. All right, so I'm not gonna be one of these fake people. I didn't like Kobe while he was playing because I didn't like the way he treated other players. I didn't like the way he tried to copy Michael Jordan, even down to the way he talked. However, after Kobe retired and he started apologizing to players to how he was, and I got to see a little bit more of him, I grew a lot more respect for him. But I didn't go crazy with the rest in pieces and all that because people, especially from my Facebook, they knew I would complain about the way Kobe moved a lot. And I say the same thing about Kevin Samuels. I despise anybody that will attack black women for profit. That and they are black themselves. So Tommy Sotomayor falls under that category. Kevin Samuels, and we can all make excuses about why he was doing it or the good points he made. It just is what it is. This is what your brand is. You got a bunch of men who ain't getting none, and they are mad that they not getting none. So the response is we just gonna bash black women online, and you know your options are pretty limited. You either gonna go with white girls or Latino girls. You gonna go with other men, or you gonna have a party by yourself. But that's not how our race reproduces itself. All right. So I'm not here for any black men who want to sit online and bash us because we have enough enemies out here. I apologize for the rant, but I still will respectfully say rest in peace, Kevin Samuels, only because I am hearing that Kevin Samuels will be a guest on next week's show for Atlanta, episode number 9. And this is another one-off episode, and it appears that there's some white boy that's going to be in some type of talent show. So I don't know what the concept is, but I say all that to say, once we get to episode 10 the week after next, that will be the season finale. And now Donald Glover is forced to be in a position where, unless that whole episode is about Van, bruh, network television is only like 20 minutes when you add the commercials. Unless they make the whole episode about Van, we're going to get maybe 5 to 10 minutes on Van, and they're going to move on to something else. And that's not going to be satisfying enough to us for the lack of clarity and purpose that she had this season. So that was the first thing. Another episode with no Van whatsoever. Number 2. People are killing Darius this episode because even though we all love Darius, this is the first time it seems like people are saying he's a freeloader. And what does he bring to the table? I will say this. For anybody who has done music, as you guys may have known, that's really where my start is. I literally changed the name of my YouTube platform, and that's probably why I don't even have a ton of subscribers, just because it was just for my music videos and stuff like that. I really wasn't making content per se. But when you are on the road, Darius earns his money just by being Darius. Everybody, I mean, you might get to the point where you might want to empower your friends to give them more to do, but that's really your responsibility. You really have to come up with an idea of how they can make themselves useful and how they could earn the money. And then if they, disregard that and say, no, I just want to get at these females with you and go to these parties and be at the shows, then maybe you can send them back home. But other than that, his job is just to be there. Because once you become a millionaire, anybody who wants to become your friend is only becoming your friend because you are now a millionaire. You can't accuse Darius of being, I guess I have to call him a gold digger or a hanger on or somebody like that, because he was your friend when you guys were both broke. So that goes out to all the people that, for the first time this episode, they started to question Darius. And the reality is, Tracy would be more like a freeloader from season 2. That would be more like a freeloader. But Darius, Even from the simple stuff of, hey, Van came from Atlanta over here to Budapest. I need you to go get her for me. You know, you could say, well, that isn't something that hard to do. But yeah, once again, you making sure that the mother of your children is being picked up by somebody that you trust. And those are the kind of services that you can't buy with money, you know. So I feel like Darius is all good. So stop attacking my boy. All right, now for the final piece, and this will end my video. I'm hoping to come in under 15 minutes. Y'all know I can be long winded. Lorraine. It didn't even hit my subconscious that his mother's name was Lorraine. And if you recall in season 2, he was on the couch and his mother was yelling at him about how I raised you better than this. You got stuff all over the place. And yeah, I'm going to pick it up, mama. And then, Ern is there. And then Ern is realizing, oh, it's your mom's birthday. And he's enough of a friend that he knows around this time of year that, he kind of goes into depression. So, with this woman popping up and having the same name as his mom, saying you need to watch your friends. Okay, the stuff with Darius, this was the first time that we ever saw some behavior that could seem a little sketchy and shady. In terms of him not being willing to go half and, making Paperboy pay for everything. And I also noticed that he did disappear after he was with Lorraine and her friends. I have no idea where Darius went. But I guess we could say the same about Van because she disappeared on them when they were at the mansion and gave no explanation. I guess technically they all grown, right? She said something, and I hope y'all give me y'all props for this. Inside the club, they were getting ready to make him perform, right? And instead of performing, she pulled him out of there. And Alfred was mad at her. And he said something slick to her. She said, you should be thanking me. I got you up out of that club. And he was like, I didn't ask you to do that. They wouldn't go do nothing but have me perform. Like, what's so bad about that? And she said they were going to kill you. Now, think about Laquarius's mom. And think about this club cancel that he was in. Lorraine claims they were about to kill you. What did Laquarius' mom say to him? No, dance. Okay, nay. Now make it whip. Stanky legs. She's making him do all those dances. And she said, yeah, you want to perform for your little white classmates, huh? Then she got him his face and said, if you keep showing out and performing and acting a fool for these white people, they are going to kill you. So maybe I could be reaching. Maybe the writers of Atlanta did not even mean us to make that connection between that first episode and what Laquarius' mom told him, and essentially what Paperboy's mom just told him in the physical form of this European black woman. But she essentially told Paperboy the same thing. Is that you want to, sing and dance and perform for these white people, and they want to kill you. That could be a metaphor to take your money, to drain your energy, As I stated in my part one of this review, everybody talks like as soon as you make it in acting or singing and rapping it, that's the Illuminati. And, the devil controls all forms of entertainment. Maybe so. But it's still up to Paperboy to decide what he wants to do with that. And as we go into this final season, I'm hearing that season 4 is going to take place in the fall, maybe September, maybe October, and that's going to be it. I'm wondering if either Al is going to make it all the way through season 4, if he's going to pass away somehow, or if he's going to quit the music business and realize that the music business never made him happy. And that would be devastating to Earn, because that's how Earn earns his money, is being there for Paperboy. But if any of you guys know about the music business, that's not up to Paperboy. If I say I don't want to do music no more, you better go find somebody else to manage. All right, y'all. Movies, music, sports, and life. We out of here.